Let's go to number 2. Cotangent alpha equals -1/3. Alpha is between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. This is a fourth quadrant. So we do the C as a T. For fourth quadrant, we know all students take a calculus. Therefore, only cosine is positive. The other two is a negative. For cosine alpha, you will change into major trig function that is a tangent alpha equals -3/1. Since the sign is a negative, that's why this negative sign will be the numerator. Then we need to figure out this r. R equals x squared plus y squared. So you have -3 squared plus 1 squared. That is a square root of 10. So you will get a -3 over square root of 10 and a 1 over square root of 10. We know this is a sine alpha. This is a cosine alpha. Here is what we got so far. For sine alpha equals -3 over square root of 10, you can simplify. And for cosine alpha equals 1 over square root of 10. That is a square root of 10 over 10. For tangent alpha equals -3. Now let's work out this sine to alpha equals using formula 2 times sine alpha cosine alpha. We just need to plug in the number 2 times. We will use a middle number because it's easier. That is -3 square root of 10 times 1 over square root of 10. You will get 10. Top is -6, reduce. That is -3 over 5. For cosine 2 alpha, you have 3 formula to use. Let me use cosine square alpha minus sine square alpha. That will be -4 over 5. Let's go to tangent 2 alpha equals sine 2 alpha over cosine 2 alpha. That is -3 over 5, 4 over 5. Reduce this 5, that is -3 over 4. So we will write down here sine 2 alpha equals -3 over 5. Cosine 2 alpha equals -4 over 5. Tangent 2 alpha equals -3 over 4. Now let's go to sine 4 alpha. That is 2 sine 2 alpha times cosine 2 alpha. Your answer will be 24 over 25. For cosine 4 alpha, you have 3 formula to use. Let me use 2 cosine squared 2 alpha minus 1. So you will get the 2 times -4 over 5 squared minus 1. Then you get the 2 times 16 over 25 minus 1. That is 32 over 25 minus 1. Then you can change this into 25 over 25 so that you will get 7 over 25. Let's try to figure out cosine 3 alpha and sine 3 alpha. For cosine 3 alpha, we can use cosine alpha plus 2 alpha. Then we use this formula. For cosine A plus or minus B, that is C C S S. The sign is opposite. So we got to use C C minus S S. That is cosine alpha, cosine 2 alpha, minus sine alpha, sine 2 alpha. This time we got to use a simplified form for sine alpha and cosine alpha. In this way, we will get the same denominator. Therefore, for cosine alpha, that is a square root of 10 over 10 times cosine 2 alpha will be negative 4 over 5 minus sine alpha is a negative 3 square root of 10 over 10. Sine 2 alpha is a negative 3 over 5. Same denominator, that's a 50. Negative 4 times square root of 10, that is negative 4 square root of 10. Negative negative will be a positive here. But we have minus sign here. So we have a minus 9 square root of 10. Combine like terms, you will get the negative 13 square root of 10 over 50. Let's work on sine 3 alpha. We will change into sine 2 alpha plus alpha or alpha plus 2 alpha. It doesn't matter. For sine 2 alpha plus alpha, we go to use this formula here. That is SCCS plus, because it has the same sign as this one. You will get sine 2 alpha cosine alpha plus cosine 2 alpha times sine alpha equals sine 2 alpha will be negative 3 over 5. Cosine alpha, that is the square root of 10 over 10. Then plus cosine 2 alpha is a negative 4 over 5. Sine alpha is a negative 3 square root of 10 over 10. We have the same denominator, that is 50. Negative 3 times the square root of 10, that will be negative 3 square root of 10. Here, negative 4 times negative 3. Negative negative will be positive. So you get the positive 12 square root of 10. Combine like terms, you will get 9 square root of 10 over 50.